What's up? What's going on, 49er faithful? It is your boy Niner Sickness with the Niner Sickness Report. How's everybody doing tonight? Hope everybody's doing good. Let's have some fun. Let's talk some 49er football. Also, let's talk about the games that took place tonight. As we all know, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers facing off with the defending champions, Kansas City Chiefs, in Super Bowl 55. Who is going to win that game? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the players and the teams that played today. We're going to talk a little bit about Tom Brady. We're going to talk a little bit about Patrick Mahomes, what to expect from these two quarterbacks. What to expect from the defenses, what kind of Super Bowl we may have. Are you guys looking forward to watching the Super Bowl, even though your Niners are not in it? What's up, David? What's up, Bon? What's up, Jamie Harris? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Everyone, welcome to the show. Getting this party started. Do me a favor. Share, and share the video, guys. Share the video. Share the video. Let's get as many people in here. And let's get this thing started. Hold on, guys. Let's make sure everything's working. What's up, Tanisha? How you doing, girl? Making sure everything's working properly. Okay. So, what a game against the Buffalo Bills. Congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs and their fan base for continue to defend their title. They're heading back to the Super Bowl for their second year in a row to defend their title. They will be facing another new NFC opponent in the Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which is the first team to ever host a Super Bowl and be in it as well. That is history within itself. So it's going to be fun to see what happens going forward. It's going to be 2 weeks of a lot of social media. That is for sure. Let's see here. Dina, what's up? How you doing, girl? Good to see you. Joseph, what's up, brother? How you doing? Good to see you. Listen up, guys. help me out. Help out your boy by first and foremost smashing that like button on my YouTube channel, subscribe to my channel, and support my channel. We need 1,000 subs on our YouTube channel. Help me reach that goal. This is what I'm going to do for you guys. Okay? If you guys help me reach that goal, this is what I'm going to do. As you see on the screen, I am doing away some jersey giveaways. I'm going to be giving away a Nick Bosa, a George Kittle, and a Fred Warner jersey. As you see on the screen, I'm giving away 3 jerseys away to 3 lucky winners. All you guys need to do is help me reach 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Tell your friends, tell your family to go to YouTube and subscribe to my channel, and they would have the opportunity to win a jersey as well. Plus, you guys will continue to get great content here on my channel. You guys will get a lot of Niner information. We will be talking draft. We will talk free agency. We will talk combine. We will talk all 49ers. So make sure if you want to participate in winning a Nick Bosa, a George Kittle, or a Fred Warner, or perhaps all 3, help me reach 1,000. Now you may ask, why 1,000 subscribers? Well, I've repeated this before. In order for me to go live on my phone on YouTube, I have to have a minimum of 1,000 subscribers. Otherwise, YouTube will not let me go live. And I want to go live from the games. I want to go live from tailgating. I want to go live from different areas on my YouTube channel. In order for me to do that, I have to have a minimum of 1,000 subscribers. So help me subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your family, go to YouTube, subscribe, look for me under Niner Sickness, subscribe to the channel, and get the opportunity to win some jerseys. Why not, right? Why not? All right, guys. And now we got that out of the way. If you guys have any questions or concerns about anything about my podcast, feel free to send me any questions to my email. My email is on the screen. It is ninersickness@yahoo.com. You're welcome to send me any questions. If you have any ideas to make my show better, please send me those to my email. If you have any questions, send me any information to my email. And just to let you know, guys, tonight, tonight, I'm going to be opening up the phone lines. If you guys are interested in calling in, if you guys want to call into my show and talk to me about the Niners, about the Packers and Buccaneers game, about the Chiefs and Buffalo Bills, what's on your mind, what's your expectations, what do you think the Niners should do at quarterback? Should we bring Watson? Should we bring in Matthew Stafford? No. Should we keep Jimmy Garoppolo? This is your opportunity to be on my show and participate. So if you guys are looking forward to being on my show, in a few minutes, I will be posting my phone number on the screen, and you guys are welcome to call in and talk to me. If you want to talk to your boy Niner Sickness, you'll get your opportunity. Let me know within your own voice what's your thoughts on today's games. What's your thought on the 49ers? What should we do in free agency? Should we trade up? Should we trade down? Should we get a corner? Should we go get a quarterback? Should we trade away for Deshaun Watson? Should we try to trade away for Matthew Stafford? All that will be happening tonight. And I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to call in and let me know what's on your mind. All right. Let me read some of the questions you guys are chiming in right away. Appreciate you guys. David Williams says, Buccaneers have their hands full with Mahomes, Hill, and Kelsey. They definitely do. It's going to be an interesting game. Obviously, Kansas City has the most experience being at the Super Bowl last year and winning it. But you have also Tom Brady this will be his 10th Super Bowl appearance. And he has a little bit of experience about Super Bowls. And I'm pretty sure he's going to let his teammates keep calm, relax, and he's going to help them out what to do with their families, how much families to invite. I don't know with the COVID-19. I don't know how many people can go. It's going to be interesting to see. Roberto Hastings, what's up, Vato Locos? Por vida, Holmes. Bucks to win the Super Bowl. That pains me to say. Rather say Niners to win the Super Bowl. I hear you. Listen, I know a lot of you guys don't like Tom Brady. A lot of you guys don't like Tom Brady. It is what it is. But many of you, you guys probably already know this. This is not fresh water under the bridge. But Tom Brady, being out of San Mateo, California, he was raised and he grew up loving and idolizing Joe Montana and Steve Young. He was a huge Niner fan, and I believe he still is. As a childhood, he idolized Joe Montana, always wanted to be Joe Montana, always wanted to be Steve Young. Imagine him growing up as a Niner fan, wanting to be like these pro athletes. Now he's in a position to win his 7th Super Bowl ring. I know some of you guys don't like Tom Brady, but if anybody's going to win rings, why not be a kid out of San Mateo, California, who grew up loving and worshiping the 49ers, especially Joe Montana and Steve Young. You guys love the Niners growing up. He loved the Niners growing up. Yes, he got drafted. He got drafted by the Patriots. And I know there was a lot of cheating going on with Belichick and so on, Spygate or K-Gate or whatever it was. But the kid was still a Niner fan. So with that said, you got to support the local kid out of California, in my personal opinion. Tom, what's up, Tom? Mahomes is just incredible. Yes, he is. To go out with a concussion and play the way he played today, just incredible. Just popped in to say hello. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the NW show. Right on, Tom. For those that don't quite understand what he is saying, I have a show with 3 other guys, 3 other hosts, on Mondays and on Fridays, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And if you want to be part of that show, you're welcome. We are on YouTube. Look for us under the NWA Niners with Attitude podcast. What's up, Mr. Martin Rodriguez? How you doing, sir? Miguel Gillian, how you doing, sir? What's up, brother? Hey, what's up, Darren? How you doing, bro? You must be happy that the Packers are out and not going to the Super Bowl, you being a Minnesota Vikings fan. I can't stand Brady. I hear you. A lot of people don't like Brady. Respect to Tom Brady, what he did. Like I said, I have nothing against Tom Brady. The Boston hater doesn't like him, my boy from the NWA, but I have nothing against him. I don't think he's the GOAT. I think Joe Montana, Dan Marino, Peyton Manning are all GOATs. I don't think that Tom Brady stands alone, but yet, if he wins in 2 weeks from now, he will have his 7th Super Bowl ring, 6 of them with the Patriots and 1 with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Listen, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have not been in the playoffs for over a decade. And suddenly, here comes Tom Brady and jubilizes that team. Not only did they make the playoffs, but they're making it to the Super Bowl. That, my friend, is not easy to do, man. That is not easy to do. That's why we should have gotten Brady. We would have won. Well, yes and no. Tom Brady would have been an upgrade to Jimmy Garoppolo, in my opinion. But with all the injuries that the Niners sustained on defense and offense, probably now with Brady, we probably would have made the playoffs. How far in the playoffs we would have made, I don't know. We had a lot of injuries that took the core out of our best players. So I really don't know how many or how far we would have gotten if we would have gotten Tom Brady. It's hard to tell, man. Well, Frankie, that is your opinion. If that's what you think, keep it class. Hey, you are entitled to your opinion. You won't get kicked out of my podcast because you don't like the Niners. Just keep it classy. You can hate them, dislike them, whatever. That's fine. Just don't get disrespectful. Don't disrespect none of my viewers, and you will be fine. I don't kick people out just because they don't like my team. What's up, Christian Carver? How you doing, brother? Okay, well, that's your opinion. I believe that people that know me know how I am. People that know about me, they know that that's not what I do. So if that's your opinion, that's fine. You are entitled. That's why I brought it up on the screen. I have no qualms about it. If that's what you think, that's fine. My reputation follows itself. Those that know me that I take care of my people. So if you feel that I did you wrong, and instead of reaching out to me and talking to me about what I did wrong, you decide to blast it on my show, then that's your prerogative, Frankie. I'm giving you a few minutes of time on my show to talk negative about me. That's fine. You're entitled to do that. That don't bother me. I know who I am. People that know me know who I am. So, again, if you have an issue with me, maybe I forgot. It hasn't been the first. It probably won't be the last. I do so many things that I might have forgotten. I'm not saying I did, but it would have been nice for you to reach out to me and get a hold of me and talk to me about it instead of blasting me out. But that just shows me your character of how you do things, brother. So have a good life. Tom is a GOAT from Canada. Yes, the games today were close. Absolutely. All right, you have been disrespectful enough, bro. I told you not to be disrespectful. Obviously, you came in here to talk your nonsense. So consider yourself gone from my group. I try to be nice. I try to let you guys, do your thing. But obviously, some people can't be respectful. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I respect that. You may have issues with me. I respect that as well. But there's no reason for you to have to get insultive whatsoever, man. There's no need for that. No need. So bye-bye. Martin Rodriguez, is that you, Knights? Congrats to the Tampa Bay and Kansas City on making it to the Super Bowl, and congrats to their real and loyal fans. Absolutely. I got 3 people to join this week, 1 in the NW and all 3 in your YouTube. Thank you, David. I appreciate it, brother. That is very, very nice of you. Thank you for doing that. Appreciate that. The Bucks better step up their defense against KC. Yeah. Did you guys see Hill do his thing? Man, Hill is fast. You got Kelsey. How do you leave Kelsey that open? But I guess they have to respect Hill so much that they left Kelsey open for that touchdown. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is surprising how they left him open. Christopher, what's up, brother? What's going on in here? Someone tripping? Yeah, I got a guy named Frankie tripping, bro. Listen, I do a lot of giveaways. I give away things for free. I don't charge for things, okay? First and foremost, I give away jerseys for free. I give away patches. I give away sunglasses. Everything that I give away is free, Okay? I don't charge. I don't make money. I don't ask you to donate. I don't ask people for money. I'm not asking, hey, support me, give me your money. I don't do that. I do this for fun. I make my own income. I don't need help. Thank God. I can provide for myself. I do sell jerseys, but that's my side business. If people want to buy jerseys, then I'm not, I sell them. So, of course, I get money for it. But everything that I give away is free. Sometimes I go over my head a little bit and I forget. I've done it before. I've forgotten to give somebody a patch, but they have reached out to me by email and said, hey, bro, I won this patch and I didn't get it. And I'm like, oh, man, I'm sorry. And I send it out to them. No problem. But to come onto my show and feel that you have to disrespect me by calling me out and calling me a cheater and blah, 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 for something that you got for free, it is what it is, Christopher. It is what it is, man. I ain't tripping. Not tripping at all. NWA Podcast, Mondays and Fridays, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern. Yes, Deanna, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Screw that dude, Frankie. What's up, Felix? You know what? Everybody that knows me knows that I'm a very respectful, cool dude. I get along with everybody. A lot of you guys have received stuff from me. Again, I'm human. Sometimes I forget. It happens. But, if you feel like you got to be disrespectful, then, it is what it is, man. I'm not going to waste too much time. What's up, Frankie? How are you doing? All right, guys. I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to call in if you guys want to be part of the show. If you guys have something you guys want to express and talk to me about, feel free to call in the number on the screen. Call the number on the screen. Now, do me a favor. If you do call in and I'm talking to a caller, don't call in until I'm done with the caller, because all you're going to do is ring, and it'll come into the show. I haven't set up yet where I can put people on hold. I'm working on that. But if you hear me talking to someone on the call, just wait. Once I get off, I will wait a few minutes and then you can call in. But the lines are open. You can call at 209 area code 288-4553. If you want to call in and tell me what's on your mind, which quarterback should we go after? Should we go after Deshaun Watson? Should we go after Matthew Stafford? Should we keep Jimmy? This is your opportunity. All right, we got our first caller. What's up, caller? What's your name and how are you doing tonight?
What's up, Fado? It's me, Javi.
What's up, Javi? How you doing, brother?
Oh, I'm just chilling, man.
I'm glad you're calling in, bro. Thank you for calling in. So what's on your mind? What do you want to talk about?
What's going on? Why does everybody want to get rid of Garoppolo? Leave him alone. He needs to stay there.
So let's say you're advocating for him. Tell me and the rest of the listeners right now why you think we should keep him from your perspective.
Chemistry. That's why.
Okay.
Chemistry. That's why. He knows what we have. I mean, everybody says it. Oh, we can get this guy. We can get that guy and this guy and that guy. It ain't going to work. They got to learn the system of Shanahan. Garoppolo knows it already. I mean, the guy is not getting a fair shake. He's not, because everybody's like, he sucks. The guy, he was playing hurt. He couldn't play anyway. And secondly, if we did get Tom Brady, if we had gotten him, he's going to be playing by himself, because we all our starters were injured.
True. No argument there.
So,
you're right there.
What is it would have? I mean, I've even heard rumors about Prescott, bringing him in. I think he's more mobile than Jimmy. But, I mean, he's already coming off like a broken leg or whatever. It ain't going to work. Stick with what we got. It's going to work. We're going to have all our guys coming back. It's going to work. Be just fine.
Yeah.
Be fine. I mean, we were not even supposed to be in the Super Bowl when we were there.
Okay.
That's how good we were. We were not supposed to be there. And we came within, how many minutes was it? 7 minutes of winning the Super Bowl.
In the fourth quarter. You're right.
We came within 7 minutes of winning another ring. But again, we weren't even supposed to be there. Nobody expected us to be there that season. Nobody. But it happened. We got there. And now the guy got hurt. Oh, let's just ditch Jimmy. Nah, it ain't going to work. Stick with what we have. He's got chemistry with everybody. I think our quarterback situation needs to be left alone. Because if it was Brady, if it was Prescott, if it was Baker, if it was Stafford, anybody, they would have not had the starters that we got.
Okay.
They would have been with everybody else. So they would have all been playing by themselves. No starters, nobody, because everybody was hurt.
Okay. Now, I hear what you're saying, and you make a lot of sense. Now, I don't know who else would say this, but I personally don't think he's a scrub. I like Jimmy. Jimmy Garoppolo's a good quarterback.
We got to give him at least one more year. Me, honestly, people laugh at me when I say it all the time, but I really think we should have kept Sanders. I really do. We should have not let him go to the Saints. I really don't think we should have, because I think his first game with us was when he played with the Panthers, right? It was like, what was the end result? 54-13. I mean, that guy. I don't know. I really think we should have kept him.
Let me ask you something.
I know he's been costly, but still.
You know that Brandon Ayuk had a better year than Sanders did with New Orleans?
Yeah, I know, but
if he had a better year than Sanders, and he played with quarterbacks like Mullins and C.J. Beathard, my point to that, Javier, is that. Yeah, Sanders is a good receiver, but you got to let these young kids play. And he would have taken time away from Brandon Ayuk, and he wouldn't be able to develop as much as he did.
Yeah,
now we have Samuel Debo.
Right.
Now we have Debo Samuel, and now we have Brandon Ayuk developed, knowing the system and playing. Now for that, I'm okay with getting rid of Sanders. We got a 5th round this year, and Brandon Ayuk did his thing. Now back to real quick.
We get a 3rd round too, right? Because we lost Salah, right? So we get a 3rd round.
We get a 3rd round for Salah. We get
one this year and one next year, I think.
And then we get another one the following year for Martin Mayhem or whatever his name is. So I'm gonna before I let you go, because there's other callers that want to call in, and I appreciate you calling in. Just in the perspective of Jimmy, best ability is availability. If he's good when he's on the field, but if he's always hurt, that is an issue. Just like Fred, what's his name? D Ford, excuse me. D Ford's a great pass rusher. He's an excellent pass rusher, but if he's not on the field, it doesn't matter how good you are if you can't play. Jimmy is good, but if he's on the sideline because he's hurt.
My prediction this year, this is Jimmy's. If Jimmy has I'm giving the guy one more year.
Okay.
Know? I mean, the guy played us he played his whole season with us, and he got us to the Super Bowl. All right. Now, again, it goes back to what I'm telling you. We weren't supposed to be there. There was I just said, okay, we got a shot at the playoffs. I was so shocked when we got to the Super Bowl. I was like, holy shit. But what I'm just saying is, you can't write the guy off, and you can't blame him when he's hurt. You can't do it. You got to give the guy a fair shake. He's coming back. He'll play again this season. If there's no improvement, let's look for somebody else.
Now, keep that in mind, too. I hear what you're saying about allowing him to play, but he's going to cost us $26 million if we keep him. If he gets hurt and stays on the bench, that is going to be a costly decision that the Niners are going to make. If we cut him, it only costs us $2.5 million to let him go. So this is the opportunity. If we're going to move on from someone like Jimmy, this is the opportunity to do so. Otherwise, we pay $26 million. Now, a lot of people say, well, what about restructuring his contract? You don't want to do that because then you're going to lock him up for more years with the Niners, and we're not going to be able to get out of it. So if we bring in someone like Stafford or someone like Deshaun Watson, then I say move on from Jimmy. But if we don't get nobody reasonable to replace Jimmy, then we write Jimmy.
Watson ain't going to come. Deshaun Watson ain't going to come cheap. They're going to want more than just money. They're going to want picks.
And that's good. I mean, but he's a top 5 quarterback. You don't get quarterbacks like that very often.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't feel comfortable giving away the future of the franchise by giving away picks. Or I mean, even at that, I've been seeing rumors. I don't know if it's true or not that they want Bosa.
I would give Bosa in a heartbeat for him.
I don't know.
I love Bosa. I do. I love Bosa. He's a top 5 pass rusher, but you can win more games with Deshaun Watson as a top 5 quarterback than you can with a top 5 defender like Bosa. Now, if I'd rather give up just capital and not Bosa, I'm good with that too. But it's going to cost us. I'm not saying that we have to get Deshaun. I'm just saying any team that gets Deshaun, they're going to have to pay a price to Houston because he is a top 5 quarterback, and Houston will be stupid. And they've done stupid things before, but they'll be stupid to get rid of a top flight quarterback for hardly nothing. But anyway, I'm going to let you go. I appreciate you calling in, Hobby. I'm going to give other people opportunities to call in. I appreciate you calling in, bro. Next time I have another call in, I welcome you to call in as well, bro.
All right.
All right. You have a good night. Thank you for sharing your thoughts.
Okay, bye.
All right. That was Hobby calling in, sharing his thoughts. I appreciate that. If anybody wants to call in as well, the number is on there. Where did he go? Give me a second, guys. Hold on. All right. There's the number for you guys to call in. It is 209-288-4553. If you guys want to call in and let me know what's on your mind, if you agree with the caller that just called in, should we keep or let go of Bosa? I want to hear what you guys, the viewers, I want you guys to have the opportunity to call in and express how you feel. I don't have to agree with you. You don't have to agree with me. But we are all 49er fans. Therefore, I care to hear what is on your mind. What if you were the GM, what would you do? How many picks would you give for Watson? Would you even bother trading for Watson? Would you rather go for Stafford? Or would you rather, like the caller that just called in, Javier, he prefers to keep Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo is not a bad quarterback. We made it to the Super Bowl in 2019 with Garoppolo. He is right. But we've seen the ceiling of Garoppolo. We know this for a fact. Kyle Shanahan cannot open up his playbook with Garoppolo. Brandon Ayuk cannot reach his potential with Jimmy Garoppolo. Brandon Ayuk needs a quarterback that can air it out to him. That's his specialty. Okay, so we need to understand that. Okay, we have another caller. Hold on, guys. Thank you for calling into the Niner Sickness Report. Who am I speaking with?
This is Dina.
Hey, Dina, how you doing?
Good.
Thank you for calling in.
Yeah, I just wanted to chime in.
All right, what's on your mind, Dina?
Well, basically, what's on my mind is the rumor I heard about Deshaun that he's looking at Miami or the Jets.
Okay.
And also, the other thing was too with Stafford.
Do me a favor, Dina, real quick. Dina, can you lower your audio in the background because you're coming in a little bit echoey for me, please?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
No worries. Okay, go ahead. Proceed.
Yeah, the thing with Matthew Stafford, like, okay, I understand, people are looking at him and things like that, and he wants to go, but isn't it more important that we try to find some decent backup quarterbacks in case Garoppolo gets hurt? I mean, look at who we had. We had guys that couldn't even run.
Yeah.
That were just not mobile. Yeah, they had a few good shots down the field, but if you talk about the future of the franchise, hey, we gotta like can't concentrate just on Jimmy. You gotta find somebody else that that can learn the offense and can learn the ways of the 49ers and carry it in case Jimmy gets hurt again. We don't want another situation with Mullins, you know? And I'm not saying he wasn't good, but he wasn't strong enough.
Yeah. Mullins
Yeah,
and CJ Beathard, I agree with 100%. They're not good backups. We have to move on.
Yeah, right. You know, and hopefully we can find that in the draft.
For the future,
but,
absolutely. Maybe draft a player and develop him underneath Jimmy.
Yeah, because I mean, I was reading this article today about Watson saying, look, he doesn't want to. He's looking at Miami, but he's not looking at Miami. Then he's looking at the Jets because he likes Robert Saleh.
That's what I've been hearing. The speculation is that he either likes Robert Saleh or Eric the Enemy.
Yeah, and it's like, okay. I mean, if the dude wants to do that and the option comes open, but I don't think we should be concentrating just on him. We got to build ourselves up. We got to build up this offensive line, and especially if we keep Jimmy for another year. If he stays healthy, if he learns how to move in the pocket or out of the pocket, we need to have a confident backup. I'm just saying, because it was made me nervous watching.
No, I hear you. So let me ask you, Dina. Let's say we roll with Garoppolo for the 21 season. Would you want to draft another quarterback in the second or third round and develop him potentially to take over for Jimmy, or would you rather bring a free agent like Ryan Fitzpatrick from Miami to be a backup? He'll be a great backup. He's not the future, obviously, but we do know with Ryan Fitzpatrick, he is good enough to win you games in the absence of Jimmy if Jimmy's hurt, and then maybe looking at a draft the following year? Or do you want to get a quarterback this year? Do you think that it's more vital for us to get a quarterback this year and develop him, or just ride with Jimmy and bring a free agent like Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that sounds good because, I mean, look at Cincinnati with, oh, God, now I can't even think of the man's name.
Patrick Mahomes?
But, yeah, no.
Who are you talking about? Oh, Cincinnati. Oh,
the quarterback. Yeah.
I can't think.
I mean, he came in almost like as a second string, and look what happened. Whoever expected Cincinnati to have the kind of record they did?
Yeah, I mean, he got hurt. That's why they started losing.
Yeah.
But he was a first rounder, first pick.
But if somebody came in like a Fitzpatrick, groomed him in the system, that'll give us another chance in the draft, in the following draft, to groom more quarterbacks. You know what I mean?
The good thing about Fitzpatrick, too, if we do bring him in, he can give his expertise and his veteranness to Garoppolo and help, trying to help, kind of like that coach on the field, kind of help him out also. I know Ryan Fitzpatrick, he has seen a lot throughout his years in his career in the NFL. I know a lot of people want to, they want us to draft a quarterback in the first round, but now that the Detroit Lions are moving away from Matthew Stafford, and that has been publicly announced that they're going to part ways, you know that they're going to take a quarterback now. So if Lance Trans or Transline, whatever his name is, will have the opportunity to slide to the 12th spot, now he's not going to get past the 9th, where Detroit sits at. So let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't give away the farm for Watson. Would you be willing to give up the number 12 spot only to get Matthew Stafford?
Wow. That's something to think about. Because
he is an upgrade to Jimmy.
He is. He's more mobile.
Yes, he is, and he has a deep arm.
That's something to think about.
He has that deep arm that he can also utilize and bring the best out of Brandon Ayuk. Because Brandon Ayuk's the type of receiver that needs a quarterback with an arm.
He is, because he goes down deep. You know. Yeah, that's something to think about. I would if I probably would be willing to do that.
You know, I know that a lot of people say, "Well, that's a high." I mean, let's be realistic.
It is a high.
Matthews will be with us maybe 2 to 3 years, no further than that. When you draft, even with the 12th pick overall, look what we did with Solomon Thomas. 3rd overall, he's a bust.
Yeah.
The draft is a crapshoot. You don't know what you're getting. We have the highest draft pick of all the teams that want to trade for Stafford. We're in the better spot because we have the highest pick on the first round than they do. Now, if we can work something out where we can trade on number 1 next year and maybe on number 2 this year, I would definitely jump on that. I don't know if I'm comfortable getting rid of the 12th overall for Matthew Stafford. He is injury prone, and that's where we're dealing with. That's where we're dealing with Jimmy getting injured. So if we bring in Matthew,
I said, it's something to consider.
Yeah, if we bring Matthew and he's injured,
I can't see it happening.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I 100% agree.
So I can't see it happening.
So before I let you go, and I take other callers, and I appreciate you calling in. Is there anything else you want to share with us before I let you go?
No, I just hope we, get to the playoffs and get to the big picture next time.
You know what?
Year.
We're getting Bosa back. We're getting D4. Everybody knows that Eric Armstead, with the presence of D Ford and Bosa, he is a different animal. He's able to do more. This year, people have been too harsh on Eric Armstead because of his production. But listen, he played well, but he was being double, triple covered through the whole season because of the lack of presence of Nick Bosa and D Ford. That takes away from him. Now, Javon Kinlaw, listen, and I'll share this real quick before I let you go. A lot of people say, well, we should have never got rid of Buckner. Buckner is a great player. I have the highest respect for him. I love the guy, but he's not worth the Aaron Donald money. He wanted 22 million. We couldn't afford to give it to him, so he moved on. I think Javon Kinlaw, even though he did not do much this year, I think Javon Kinlaw is going to be an absolute steal at 14.
Awesome.
14.
He is awesome.
He is definitely going to be great. I mean, he didn't get the sacks, but he had the pressures. And a lot of people get confused with sacks and pressures. I love sacks, but if you get a quarterback that can provide pressure and disrupt that quarterback, that's more important to me than sacks.
No, because they didn't expect him to have that kind of pressure. That's the thing.
Correct.
Other
he
teams
was outstanding.
did not expect him to have that kind of pressure.
Correct. He was very outstanding.
I just want our guys to be healthy.
And that's going to be the whole thing, Dina. Let's pray for. I mean, listen, I just can't expect us to go through another year of 2020 with injuries. I don't think it's just a bad luck and right with us.
We got to break
again.
that record, Beto. We got to break that record.
Yes, we do. Well, Dina, I appreciate you calling in.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome to call in any time that I open up the lines. Thank you for being a supporter. I appreciate you. And we'll talk to you next time.
Yeah. All right. Thanks a lot.
Take care.
Bye.
All right. That was Dina, a faithful follower here. Thank you for calling in. The lines are open once again. If anybody wants to chime in and express how you feel. What's up, Segato? Rosilla, how you doing? Let's see here. You guys are chiming in on here. So I'm not planning to be on here for too long, but I wanted to open up the lines because I wanted you guys to have the opportunity to call in and just say hi, express yourself. Again, we don't have to agree on every topic. We can agree to disagree, but we are all Niner fans. We love our Niners, but we have our own different opinion on what we think the Niners should do. That is no reason for you or me to get into an argument. It's just a matter of difference of opinions, right? So when you call in, I will hear you out. I will not interrupt you. That's not the kind of host that I am. I'll let you know if I agree with you or if I don't, but I'm going to give you your opportunity to show your case on what you believe in. Because there's a lot of viewers that may believe you. That may agree with you, excuse me. So the lines are open 209 area code 288-4553 if you want to call in and say hi to Niner Sickness and come on here real quick and just share a little bit of what's on your mind. The lines are open. Is Brady really the GOAT? He threw 3 interceptions. I never called him the GOAT. I think he's a good quarterback, but people base GOAT on how many Super Bowls you win. Super Bowls are a team accomplishment. You want to look at your own personal accolades. Personally, if you ask me, Peyton Manning is a better quarterback than Tom Brady. Okay? And this is where I'm going to get a lot of you guys that are not going to like me. But that's okay. I think Dan Marino is a better quarterback than Joe Montana. Now, we're not talking about Super Bowls. We're talking about individual accolades. I love Joe Montana. I'm a Niner fan for life. Steve Young. But I think that Dan Marino is a better quarterback. And I'm okay with saying that because I am realistic. I love my team, but I'm not a homer. I'm never going to be a homer. And I'm never going to say that Steve Young or Joe Montana are the GOATs just because they play for my team. Now, and Jerry Rice's situation is different. There ain't nobody out there better than Jerry Rice. Okay? And for all you other fans that love Minnesota or whatever, Randy Moss is not better. We know he's not better than Jerry Rice. He's not even better than Terrell Owens. Terrell Owens is a better receiver than Randy Moss, in my opinion. And I'm not being biased because I'm a Niner fan, just like I think Dan Marino is a better quarterback than Montana was. That's just me being realistic. I know you guys may not agree with that. You guys might be even get upset. I hope you don't get upset. I hope you don't stop following me on my show just because I am realistic. We are all entitled to our opinion. And let's be respectful to our opinion. Again, we don't have to agree. And a lot of times we're not going to agree. But we are all family. We're Niner family. And Niner family takes care of each other. And which brother doesn't fight with another brother? Which sister doesn't fight with another sister? Excuse me. But at the end of the day, we're still family, right? All right. Let me bring up some of these comments. If you guys want to call in, you guys can call in. If not, that is fine. What's up, West Virginia? How you doing, Mark? We got another caller. How you doing, Patrick Kirk? What's going on, caller? You have called in to the Niner Sickness Report. Who am I speaking with?
This is Martin. How you doing, Niner Redo?
Martin Rodriguez. How you doing, brother?
Doing good, man.
I'm writing your name and number down. I hope you don't mind.
No, that's fine.
Just so that I know who you are next time you call in.
All right.
And to the other callers, I'm doing the same. So what's on your mind, brother? Talk to me.
Okay. Yeah, we should go after Watson, man.
Okay.
We definitely should. Imagine if you have him and Kyle uses him as a play options and stuff, man. Oh, man. How good he can be with the team, man. People don't think about that. Many play options around. So they should go after him.
Now, let me ask you, what do you think that Watson brings to the Niners offense that Jimmy doesn't, in your opinion?
I think he probably needs more leadership because he will open up the whole offense to everybody. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So everybody will have more confidence and more place for everybody.
You know what, Martin?
Yeah.
I agree with you. Listen, what people don't understand, I understand some people don't want to give up capital. First and foremost, I am just pissed off that we did not draft him in the first place. We had the opportunity to draft him in 2017. Neither here or there. It's past tense. We took Solomon Thomas. I don't know what John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan were thinking at the time. I know their minds were on Kirk Cousins, blah, blah, blah. But Deshaun Watson on a very bad team, which is the Houston Texans, had a great year in 2020. And this kid is a top 5 quarterback, a tier 1. Okay? These type of players do not come by very often. The Russell Wilsons, the Patrick Mahomes, the Josh Allens, they don't come very often. When you have quarterbacks like Derek Carr and you have quarterbacks, mediocre quarterbacks, yes, you win games. Yes, you might even win your division, but then you don't win titles. In order to win titles consistently, you got to have a top-tier quarterback on your team. Deshaun Watson is that type of quarterback, but it's going to cost us to trade for him. 2 number 1s, 2 number 2s. There's even some rumors about trading Nick Bosa. I know everybody don't want to hear that because Nick Bosa is one hell of a pass rusher. He's a top 5-tier pass rusher. But let me ask you, Martin, and I'll ask the viewers that are listening as well. How many games do you think you can win with Bosa? And how many games do you think you can win with a Deshaun Watson on your team? If you're being honest with yourself.
Probably Bosa. 7 games with Watson, probably 11 games, even more.
With Watson?
Exactly. Yep.
I agree. Watson can definitely move the needle. You want players that can move the needle. And we've seen this over and over with Seattle. Seattle doesn't have a secondary no more. They don't have linebackers. Their linebackers are kind of, Wagner, it's getting up there in age. They don't have a pass rush. They cannot draft for their life depending on it. I'm surprised they got DK Metcalf the way they did. He practically fell on their lap. But yet they won the division. Yet they move far with Russell Wilson. Now, with that said, the Niners roster is way better than the Seahawks. Mm-hmm. If we get even if we lose Bosa and we bring in Deshaun, imagine what Deshaun Watson can do with Kittle, with Raheem Mostert, with Brandon Ayuk, with Deebo Samuel, with KB, Richie James, Jalen Hurd. My goodness, this kid can extend plays. Whenever the pocket breaks down, he can move to the right, he can move to the left, and he can extend a play and allow someone like Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, or Deebo Samuel to get the opportunity to get open for a huge play. Jimmy doesn't do that. He holds on to the ball for too long. He doesn't know how to read defenses that well. And by the time he's ready to throw the ball, there's a defender on his face and tackling him, sacking him, or he's throwing an interception. I don't dislike Jimmy. I like Jimmy, but I think that we've seen the ceiling with Jimmy. I know that Kyle Shanahan cannot open the playbook with him. I think Kyle Shanahan would be more better suited to open his playbook with Deshaun Watson. But I do understand he will cost us a lot to get him. Now, with that said, let me ask you, would you rather go and get Stafford for less and we keep Bosa and for less ammunition that we have to get for Watson? Do you think he would be an upgrade to Jimmy? Or if it's between Jimmy and Stafford, who would you rather go with, in your opinion?
Well, I think priority, I think we have to go with Watson for right now.
Okay, but let's just for sake of argument, let's say Watson decides to stay in Houston or he went to the Jets. So now the only options you have is Stafford or Jimmy. Who would you go with?
Stafford.
Okay.
Definitely Stafford.
Okay, Stafford. Now, with that said,
he can move it out of pocket.
Would you give up the number 12th overall pick for him?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would. Definitely.
And that's a reason. I mean, it is kind of high to give up a number 12 for a person that has been hurt. He's going to be 33 next month. He turns 33, but he is definitely an upgrade to Jimmy. He has a bigger arm and he's more mobile. But giving a number 12, I'm with you, but it's kind of scary too because you don't know what you're going to get in the draft. It's a crapshoot. We all know this, but Stafford has been hurt. He's gotten hurt. And what brings fear to me is if we get him and he ends up getting hurt, then we find ourselves in the same situation that we are with Jimmy. But if Matthew Stafford can stay healthy for the next 2 to 3 years, we can definitely win a championship with Matthew Stafford, in my humble opinion. And I wouldn't have a problem giving the number 12 pick overall if he can stay healthy. But unless he comes to us, we don't know this. I'd rather give a number 1 next year and give a number 2 this year. If we can, let me put it this way, before I let you go, if we can get Matthew Stafford without giving up any players or the number 12 pick, should we get him?
Yeah.
Would you give up 2 number 2s for him? One this year and 1 next year?
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely would.
All right, okay.
Or even like you said, there's Patrick from the Dolphins too. There's many options.
Or Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Yeah.
Well, if we decide to keep Jimmy, even if we bring Stafford, I don't want to go with Mullins no more. I don't want to roll with Mullins. I don't want to roll with CJ.
No.
They need to go. We saw what they did. They're terrible. Like I was telling Dina, the last caller, that even if we ride with Jimmy G, he's not a bad quarterback. He has won more games with us than he has lost. So I want to make sure all the viewers hear me clearly. I like Jimmy. Jimmy is a great quarterback. But ability, how does it go? Best ability is availability. If he's not on the playing for us on the field, what good is he for us? We need a quarterback that is not made out of glass. We don't need a Carson Wentz. We need a tough QB. And as good as Jimmy G is, he's always hurt. And he doesn't throw the deep ball either. So are we hindering someone like Brandon Ayuk by having Jimmy? Can we take advantage of the attributes that Brandon Ayuk has to offer with someone like Watson or Matthew? They can throw the deep ball and get the best out of Brandon Ayuk? I think so.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you calling in, brother. It's always a pleasure having you call in. You're always welcome to call in. Every time I take a call, you are welcome to call in. I appreciate you, brother, and we'll talk to you next time.
Same here.
Good night, bro. All right. That was Martin expressing how he feels. Anyone else wants to chime in, the lines are open. You can call in 209-288-4553. Talk to me. Let me know how you feel, what you feel, and express how you feel. Rosilla says, I will not give up a lot for Watson. Okay. All right. Listen, I understand. Now, I hope you guys understand as well that if you wouldn't give up a lot for Watson, that means that you don't want Watson. Okay? That you don't want Watson. The number is on the screen, Emmanuel. 209-288-4553 is the number to call in. So if you don't want to give up a lot of capital for Watson, that means you don't want Watson to the Niners, because there's no way that he will come to the Niners without giving a lot of ammunition. It's not going to happen. I know he's a restricted free agent. I mean, not restricted. He's has no trade clause, but ultimately he gets to choose where he wants to go. But the Houston Texans are going to want to get the best compensation for him as possible. So if you're not willing to give up a lot of picks for him, then you're saying you're not willing to bring him. Oh, wait a minute. I want to make sure I get this clear. You're saying, you're talking about Stafford. My apology, Robzilla. I don't want to put words into your comment. Let me take this call and I'll get right back to your comment, Robzilla. What's up, caller? Thank you for calling the Niner Sickness Report. Who am I speaking with?
Robzilla.
Hey, Robzilla. All right. I was just talking to you
How's
right
it
now.
going? Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't give up a lot for Watson, but I would give up like good picks for him. That's what I meant to say.
For
Like
who?
give up the number 2 pick for Watson. I would give up Bosa and like the 1 and maybe Jimmy G, but not too much after that.
But you'll be willing to give up Bosa?
Bosa and Jimmy G and like the number 1 pick, and I think that should be good. No.
Honestly, to be honest with you, in my humble opinion, Robzilla, taking myself out of it from a fan base and strictly trying to get myself into that GM format. If I was Houston, I wouldn't want any less than 2 number 1s and maybe 2 number 2s for him. Because listen, Watson's not Stafford, okay? Watson is one of those kind of quarterbacks that don't come off. He's 25 years old. He's a top 5 quarterback.
Yeah.
He's not the type of quarterback that just comes available very often to a team. We know teams struggle without having a franchise quarterback. They can win games here and there. Look at the way we were with Alex Smith. But when you have a potential all-pro quarterback, you have the ability to win a lot of championships. Look at Patrick Mahomes. He's going back to his 2nd Super Bowl because he's a top 5 quarterback.
He's only 25. Yeah. And then I was on the other one was I've been seeing articles that the Lions might release Matthew Stafford.
I'm sorry, say that again?
And then I've been seeing some articles online saying that the Lions might just release Matthew Stafford.
No, well, I don't see them releasing. Listen, they are teams that are going to trade for him. He's under contract. He's under contract for the next 2 years. Okay, so whoever gets him is going to pick up his contract for the next 2 years. That means he's locked. He's locked to the team for the next 2 years. Now he will cost us. Stafford will cost us less money than Jimmy G will this year. We will save up to 4.1 million if we cut Jimmy and we bring Stafford in. So it'll be cheaper.
The other thing was like, would it be too much, or you think we can afford Stafford and Jimmy G and have both of them have like a competition?
No way. Because
we wouldn't be able to afford that.
If we start it past June 1st, Robzilla, we're gonna have to pay Jimmy $26 million.
26
million, yes. We're gonna have to pay him that, and then we're gonna have to pay. I've got the numbers for Stafford. It's like trying to have a Mercedes and a Bentley in your or not a Bentley. A Bentley's Watson, a BMW and a Mercedes, and you can't really afford both of them. You got to just have one. There's no way they can bring a Ryan Fitzpatrick with Stafford or Jimmy, but not Jimmy. No, the days of Joe Montana and Steve Young being on the same team are over once the salary cap started.
Okay, and then my third one is I wouldn't mind having Jimmy G and drafting that guy. I think his name is Trey Lance or something.
Trey Lance. Now,
the backup.
Trey Lance has only played 1 year this year. And he had a phenomenal year last year in college. Now, that is a good option for us. But now that Detroit,
trade down on.
No, but listen to this. No, now that Detroit is parting ways, the thing about Matthew Stafford, he's leaving. Whether he comes to us or he goes to another team, Matthew Stafford is leaving Detroit. That means Detroit is starting a complete new rebuild. They need a quarterback. There is no way Lance Trent gets past the Lions at all. There's just no way. So he will not be there for us at 12 or even lower. If they decided to keep Matthew Stafford, then we had some type of hope of getting it. But now that the Troy Lions are in the bid for a quarterback, it brought our chances way low.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sounds good.
So, yeah, man. So, Yeah, so that's just the way it works, Robzilla. I mean, without the salary cap, those thoughts of keeping Jimmy
Yeah.
and Stafford to balance it out would be a great, but with the whole salary cap, it's impossible, especially this year with the 2020 COVID. Now that
Yeah.
we only have 175 million to work with, which is way lower than we
Yeah,
normally have. So yeah, it's not going to
Yeah,
happen.
everybody's taking a cut. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not gonna happen. But it was like some kind of like it would have been pretty cool if we can have both and have that competition.
it would
But I
have.
know it's not possible.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
And Madden, yes, and real football, no.
No.
But I hear you. It's a good
No.
question to bring up. It's just unfortunately because of the
Yeah.
salary cap, it's just impossible to do it. And the Niners, they're not going to lock themselves for.
Yeah.
Especially we got to sign Trent Williams and Jason Verrett. There's no way they're going to pay for two
Yeah.
quarterbacks. Our priority is
No way
Trent
that's
Williams.
gonna happen. Yeah.
Yeah, but I appreciate you
Yeah.
calling. I appreciate you calling in, brother. I got your number. I saved
No
it. So
problem.
you're always welcome to call in whenever
All right,
I open up
thank
the
you.
lines, brother.
All right. Thank you for taking my call, and you have a good night.
Likewise. Good night.
All right. Bye.
All right, that was Rozilla calling in. Emmanuel, yes, I couldn't answer you because I was talking to Rozilla. My number that's the number that you typed in. I'll bring it on the screen again. That is my number. Area code 209-288-4553. Call that number and you'll be able to call in. We need Watson, period. No excuse. We can wait forever for a legit quarter. That's a very good point, Carlos. Like I've been trying to tell people throughout my show tonight, the type of caliber of quarterback that Deshaun Watson is, it's hard to come by. You just don't get that type of quarterback every year. The fact that he's having turmoil with Houston and he becomes a vet. Now, he might not even come to us. He may go to the Jets. He may go to the Colts. We don't know which direction he's going to go. But I did hear he definitely wants out. Somebody said that if they hire Eric the Enemy, he would stay there. But now they're saying that he wants out, period. Deshaun Watson, now doesn't mean that Houston has to trade him. But that means Deshaun Watson is going to sit. And that's just too much to deal with. New GM, new coach there. The most likely they're going to trade him. They're going to try to, Houston is going to try to get the most compensation for him as possible. The good thing that might work for us is that Deshaun Watson has a no trade clause, meaning he has the power of where he wants to go, not Houston. So let's say the Jets offer 3 number 1s, 2 number 2s, and a player. And the Niners offer 2 number 1s and 2 number 2s. And the Jets are offering 1 extra number 1. Well, from the Houston Texans side, which package is better? Obviously the Jets, right? Because they get an extra number 1. But it's not up to them. It's up to Deshaun Watson. If he wants to go to the Niners, they're going to have to take our trade. What's up, caller? Thank you for calling in to the Niners Sickness Report. Who am I speaking with?
From the Houston Texans side, which package is better? Obviously.
Okay, do me a favor, caller. Lower down the volume behind you. Hello, caller?
Yes,
Hi, who am I speaking with?
this is Tanisha.
Hey, Tanisha, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, I'm doing great. Thank you for calling in. What's on your mind?
You're welcome. Yeah, I just wanted to say I love your show,
Well, thank you.
and I have a question about the Mullins thing. Okay. I
Okay.
understand that he was our backup quarterback, but why complain about our backup when that's all we had?
You're referring to Mullins, correct?
Yes.
Tanisha,
What's on your mind?
if I can be honestly frank with you, he is such a bad quarterback that there's positions where people can be just picky and not want a certain quarterback just because they don't like the way he looks or they don't like this or that. But to be honest with you, Mullins is, man, he's just not a good quarterback. We lost a lot of games because of his bad play. That's why a lot of fans, including myself, are done with him. Nothing. I mean, I heard he's a great person, a great father, a great husband, a wonderful human being, and I have nothing against him as a human being. First and foremost, because I don't know him personally, but as a player, and based on what I've seen on the field and his production, we are just not comfortable on going with him anymore. And that's why you hear a lot of Niner fans upset and wanting to get rid of him based on his production. If you can't help us and you're hurting us, it's better for us to cut ties because you hurt us more than you help us. Does this kind of clear things up a little bit?
Yes, it does. You feel the same way about Beathard also?
Yeah, the thing with Mullins and Beathard, especially Beathard, he holds on to the ball too long. You got to be able to read your defense. You got to go through your progressions. You know, when you come out of the huddle, you know who you're going to potentially. So, for example, I'm quarterback. I break the huddle. The call is for me to get the ball to Deebo Samuel. So that's my first target, okay, Deebo Samuel. But if I back up and Deebo Samuel falls or he's covered, then I have to be fast enough and look at my progressions. I got to see where Brandon Ayuk is at. I got to see where KB's at. I got to see where Kittle's at. And I got to make a quick judgment call and decide, okay, I can't throw it to Deebo. I got to throw it to Brandon Ayuk. And I got to make the decision quick. But if I hold on to the ball because I'm trying to give it to Deebo Samuel, and once he's not open, by the time I try to give it to someone else, here comes a pass defender, and he's all over me. CJ Beathard holds on to the ball. He's not a quick decision maker, and he doesn't get rid of the ball quick enough. And this is why problems occur when you don't get rid of the ball as quickly as they should.
Understand.
And you run into
thank you. I just wanted to get input on that. Yeah. I just understand when people say Mullins this. It's like this is all we had as backup. So I understand why people are complaining about it. But
yeah, if I can put it in perspective of marriage, if you have a husband that doesn't want to go to work, that just wants to feed off of your money and your thing doesn't help you at all, would you stay married just for the sake of staying married, or would you rather move on?
Absolutely not.
Okay, you'll move on, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it takes 50-50. If Mullins hurts you more than he helps you, he's kind of equivalent to that husband that doesn't want to put in his share into the marriage. He's just dragging you, and therefore you need to cut him. Otherwise, he'll take you down. I hope that kind of explains it a little bit better.
It really does. I appreciate your answer. And I love you so much. I love your show.
Well, thank you, Tanisha. Love you and your husband. Tell your husband I said hello. Keep watching us and stay faithful. Always enjoy you watching our show.
All right, Vito. Have a good night.
All right. You have a blessed night. Good night. All right. That was Tanisha, one of our faithful followers, calling in. I've been up here for an hour, so I'm going to take a couple of more questions, and then I'm going to call it a night. It's been a long weekend, and my wife only allows me to play on my lives for about an hour, and then she'll beat me up. No, she won't, but I want to be able to spend some evening with her as well. So I love what I do. I love coming on here. I love having a podcast with you guys. I'm the type of person, honestly, if I have 200 viewers or just 20 viewers, I'm happy. Just having fun with you guys. I'm going to take this last call, and we'll call it a night, gentlemen. Hello, caller. This is Niner Sickness with the Niner Sickness Report. Who am I speaking with?
Mr. Emmanuel Salgado, bro.
There you are. There, finally, my brother. Hey, better late than never, right?
Hey, yeah, it's been a while, bro. It's been a while, man. I just, yeah, man, I wanted to kind of get on that whole quarterback discussion there. You know, at this point, man, as being a Niner fan, and it's been many years that I love my 49ers, I think it is time that we, as franchise, they need to just give up whatever they can to get an elite quarterback because it's been a long time, brother, since we had anybody up that level in a long time. And, you know, the Niners have been doing fantastic with mediocre quarterbacks when we get in the playoffs. Nobody wants to play us because they know that the Niners, when they get in the playoffs, they're in it to win it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we haven't been going very much in the playoffs, but when we do, when we hit the postseason, people know that. You know, the Niners are one of those teams, you know, that when they get in there, they got to watch out. You don't want to play them. But I think if we did, you know, we made some pretty decent runs with Alex Smith and Colin Kaepernick and whatnot. If we get just that one quarterback, that elite quarterback, I don't know whether if it's going to be Watson or it's going to be Matthew Stafford or it's going to be Aaron Rodgers, whoever it may be, you know. But if we get any of those guys with the defense that we got and the mindset of Kyle Shanahan, man, endless possibilities, man, to win championships. No doubt.
Absolutely.
What do you think the scenario is going to be, brother?
Personally, myself, if I'm John Lynch, my first priority should to get Watson. Okay, like you said, I know a lot of the faithful do not want to give up capital. They don't want to give up Bosa. They don't want to. But listen, you're not trading for someone like Stafford. You're not trading for someone like Derek Carr. You're trading someone in the same in the same ability as Patrick Mahomes, and Russell Wilson, and the Kyle Murrays, and the Josh Allens. You want a franchise quarterback that can carry us for the next 10 to 15 years and possibly win championships. Yep. We've seen how far we can go with Jimmy Garoppolo. He is great for us.
Right.
Yes, we have won a lot of games with him. But can Kyle Shanahan truly open up his playbook with him? He cannot. Would he hurt Brandon Ayuk in the long run? Because Brandon Ayuk is the type of receiver that goes deep. They can catch those deep balls. If he's not being utilized that way, it kind of brings down his production with a Jimmy G.
Right.
With not only with the long pass, but you gotta extend plays. You gotta give your receivers opportunities to get open. They may not get open initially off the line, but if you can extend, look at Russell Wilson. A lot of their receivers, Tyler Lockett, DeCap, they don't get open right off the line. But because he's able to extend the plays with his legs, he allows the receiver to break and get open eventually, and he throws that shot down the field. How many times have we seen that against us, where he's in the grasp of Nick Bosa, he's in the hands of Buckner, and he escapes like Houdini and throws a 40-yarder down the field for a completion? How many times have we seen that?
Right.
And it's frustrating.
See that quite I've seen him throw dingers that should have hit, and there was guys who were open, and there was guys who were wide open he didn't even throw to.
Yeah, well,
he was too busy,
running around.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the thing is, I like Jimmy as a person. I think he's a great guy. I think honestly his characteristic fits the team, and I think leader qualities in him, but he just doesn't have the arm. His quarterback play doesn't fit the system. And you're right. With someone with Watson, I truly believe that we got Brandon Ayuk and we've got Deebo Samuels. Now those guys aren't the guys the cleanest guys to get open all the time. But it's just their physical play, their physicality. You get a player like Watson who can extend the play. They'll use their brutal force to get open eventually. And I think that would be the scary part. Because, you can throw those guys, 5-yard passes, 10-yard passes, slap passes. And you can worn out a defense that way. And on top of that, with a player like Watson, when they got to worry about, trying to catch him on the run, and then the guy's got an arm, man. And on top of that, then you got all if you have Watson with Kittle on the team, man, I mean, golly, I couldn't imagine. I think part of the situation why Kittle was blocking so much was because, I mean, Jimmy, he can't really do much with Jimmy. But if you get Watson in there, man, and we got Debo and we got Ayuk, and then we got Kittle in there, and if our running game is solid enough, and as long as our offensive line is solid as well, I mean, we got like a guy like Watson, man. I mean, oh my God, I can't imagine what we could do. Forget the whole Patrick Mahomes thing in Kansas City deal. We would be the scariest team in the NFL. And honestly, this year has been, with injuries, it sucks so bad because there's so many teams that we could have played if we were 100% healthy. And the team that we were last year, nobody would want to play us. And I honestly feel, and I'm not trying to sound like a homer, but I honestly feel that we kind of got that taken away from this year. The respect is still there, even though our record, we weren't a postseason team, but I still feel like, damn, if the Niners were 100% healthy, a lot of these teams that I've seen in the postseason, like Green Bay, we would have smoked Green Bay again, I believe. I don't think Tampa Bay would have given us a hard time either. And I think we could have gone after Kansas City again, and Dallas shouldn't have beat us in that game either. This team is so talented, man. We could do. The injuries suck so bad, but I got to say, we got to do whatever we got to do to get that elite quarterback, because it's been a very long time that as Niner fans, we've seen it. We could really say that, that's my quarterback. One of the top 5 quarterbacks, and we haven't had that in a very long time. And that's one thing we've been needing. And the way how the NFL is changing now, it's really coming to a offensive, more of offensive to defensive league now. We need to see what Kansas City's doing, because whatever they're doing, it's working for them.
Yep.
We gotta follow somewhat the same playbook. It's just like I don't want to change the too much the subject with sports, but the NBA is the same thing. The NBA the Golden State Warriors has completely changed the game. With offensive. Now everyone wants to do that. And even the Lakers were a defensive team last year. They did that this year with the new guys to put on it. So it's just the sports are changing. It's becoming more of an offensive thing than defensive.
They are involved. They are evolving. Yes, they are.
Yeah, and as long as we have a decent defense, which we have better than decent defense.
Oh yeah. We
get that one quarterback there, man. Dude, we're going to do some damage, man. There's no freaking way we cannot. And I think everybody needs to stay positive and continue to stay positive as Niner fans, because we're going to be okay. It sucked that we had so many injuries this year, and sometimes we get the injury bug, and that's just the way it happens. And if it wasn't the year for us to win it this year, but it's going to happen eventually, because we already know we have a formula to be successful and make it to the Super Bowl. I mean, the one thing I could tell you is that we have made it to the Super Bowl twice in a few years, and a lot of teams can't say that. So we just need that one thing that can get us over the hump. And even though Jimmy G did outplay for the first 3 quarters, did outplay Patrick Mahomes, you know what I mean? And that Super Bowl, and I hate to get reminded about that. He did outplay him. But if we had that one quarterback that can play consistently at a level to compete with the highest in the game, we would have won that game. We would have crushed that team. We would have freaking crushed that team, But, I have a question. So what do you think? How do you think this is going to play out? So say if there's 3 quarterbacks. I know we all would want Watson. I mean, I would be content with anybody, to be honest with you. But honestly, my highest would be Watson and Rodgers. But say Watson goes to the Jets, right? Because he wants to go over there and play under a Slayer. Mm-hmm. What if we had Rodgers and Matthew, who would be your next on your list there? And what do you see as a realistic fit? And who do you think realistically, if we do trade for another quarterback, who is going to be on our team in the year 2021?
Okay. Great question there, Emmanuel. Removing aside away from Watson and talking about Aaron Rodgers and Matthew Stafford, obviously Rodgers is older, but Rodgers plays the same system under LaFleur as Kyle Shanahan does. He will be adapted easier to pick up our offense than Stafford would.
Right.
And then Rodgers obviously is proven more in playoff games than Stafford is. My question to you and my question to myself would be, what will cost us more? Those two quarterbacks are not going to be playing for too long. They are up there in age. I don't want to give up too much for a quarterback that I'm going to potentially keep for 2 years minimum, or maybe 3 years. For Deshaun Watson, he's a 10 to 15-year quarterback. That's when you give up the farm. But you don't do it for Rodgers or Stafford. I think Rodgers will be more in demand of trade than Matthew. I think we can, if that's the case, based on the trade alone, I will go with Matthew Stafford.
Okay.
If the trades were similar, then I will go with Aaron Rodgers for sure. But I wouldn't want to give more for Aaron if I can give less for Stafford, because I think Stafford is definitely an upgrade from Jimmy, and we can do more and we can win games as well. So that would be my deciding factor, is who is going to cost us more, because they're not going to be with us for too long. Other than Watson, you got Rodgers that might last 2 more years, and you got Stafford that may last 3 years. Do you really want to give up too much? I do not. So the one that costs us the least will be the one that I would tend to go towards more. But if they can work out a deal with Rodgers, and it's not too pricey, then I'd rather go with Rodgers. I think we can win with Rodgers more than we can win with Stafford, but I think Stafford will be okay as well.
Do you think that maybe there's a possibility that we can do something where we could trade, and I wouldn't want Bosa to go, but if it came to something where we could trade Bosa, still keep our number 1 pick, and get like Aaron Rodgers or somebody, Matthew Stafford, and then draft a quarterback underneath one of those guys and learn from them. So that way our future could be more secure. Do you think that would be a possibility?
So you trade for a quarterback in the draft? Draft a quarterback in the draft?
Like we draft a quarterback at number 1, one of the top guys, and then if we could pull off some trade where we can get like Matthew Stafford, somebody coming in, and they can be our quarterback, our starter, and then we have like a future backup for the future where they can learn underneath it. You know what I mean?
So let me follow correctly with you. So you're saying, okay, trade a player like Nick Bosa so that we can move up in the draft and take up a
right. Like if we offer them Nick Bosa or someone right in a package, and say, okay, we're going to offer you Nick Bosa and trade in for your quarterback. We traded for Matthew Stafford, even Aaron Rodgers, if it could even happen. And then at the same time, we still have our draft pick, right? We didn't trade it at all, and our number 1 pick, and we ended up getting that kid out of BYU. And then have to learn under them.
Okay. First, if you're thinking about trading Bosa to move up in the draft, that's something that I will consider thinking about. But if we're going to trade Bosa just to get Aaron Rodgers or Matthew Stafford, absolutely not. I will not trade Bosa for Rodgers. I will not trade Bosa for Rodgers and Matthew Stafford together. I just wouldn't, because Bosa he's a young buck. He's going to be with us for 10 years. Rodgers and Stafford, 2 years, 3 years tops. Why would you want to give up a top flight defensive end for a player that you're going to potentially keep for just 2 years? Now, if we trade Bosa to draft and our number 12th pick to move up to say number 2, and we can take Justin Fields or the top of the litter besides Trevor Lawrence, then I can understand why we will give up Bosa to move up. Then I can see that, but that's even then is taking a risk, because you're getting rid of Bosa that we know what we have for a potential quarterback that we don't know if he's going to plan out or not. Now, the only person that I will give Bosa for will be Deshaun, because we know what we've seen Deshaun do on the field. We don't know if Wilson or Justin Fields are going to be a bust or not. And then you give up a top flight defender like Bosa. To me, it's just too rich, high stakes for me. I wouldn't want to put all my money on black or red on a roulette table, per se.
Right.
So the only person I would trade Bosa for will be for Watson, because we know what Watson provides. We've seen him play. We've seen him play in a professional level. you don't know what you're getting out of Wilson or Justin Fields. They may be the next Watson, or they may be the next Solomon Thomas, and that's a risk.
One thing that scares me, brother, is that I keep hearing these rumors popping up about Kirk Cousins still might be a chance to become,
that's not happening.
Coming to the 49ers because Kyle Shanahan, that's his.
That marriage is over. That marriage is over with. To me, bringing in Kirk Cousins is like bringing your ex back for a second run in a marriage. Why would you want to get married to your ex if it didn't work the first time?
Right.
It's not happening. But anyway, bro, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna be calling this a show. I've been here over an hour. It's been fun, entertaining. But I gotta move on. I saved your number, bro. So next time you call in, I know who you are. Thank you for calling in and charming in, brother. And you're always welcome to watch my show. Man. All right, brother. Have a good night.
All right, man. All right, you too, man. Later.
That was Emmanuel calling in. Wow, what a night. What a night for sure. I had fun. I enjoyed each and every one of you. Your guys, his comments have been amazing. Your calls have been awesome. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for being part of the Niner Sickness podcast. Before I go, I want you guys to do me a favor. Support me on YouTube. Go to YouTube. I'm giving away 3 jerseys. It's on the screen. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers so that I can go live from my phone and I can automatically go live on YouTube from my phone. Help me reach 1,000 subscribers, and in return, I'm going to raffle away a Niners Nick Bosa, a Niner George Kittle, and a Niner Fred Warner through 3 lucky winners. Support me on YouTube. Go to YouTube, type in Niner Sickness, and I'll pop up. Subscribe, like my channel, and hit the notification bell, and enter the opportunity to win. Let your friends and family know when you guys belong to a lot of Niner groups. I know you do. Talk to your friends and say, hey, have you heard about this guy Niner Sickness? No? Even if you don't want to listen to me, you want to win a jersey? Go and subscribe to his channel, win the jersey, and then and move on. All right, guys. With that said, good night. Thank you for watching my show. I appreciate you guys. Until next time, it has been fun talking to you guys. God bless, and we'll see you on my next show. Peace.